Welcome, here I've got OPPO RENO 5 Lite and let me show you how to use camera promote at this device. So let's start by tapping on camera button to open it, and for now we are on standard photo mode, so we have to change it by using this settings bar and just simply going to right to more. Here we get access to more modes of this camera. One of them is Pro, call it also as an expert, so let's pick it. And here we are. This mode gives us possibilities to choose some shooting parameters by ourselves. This is useful when we want to learn photographic skills or making experiments with photography. So let me start with this settings bar. Let's go from the right. The first one button here allows us to control exposure compensation, so kind of basic light management. By using this slider and going to right on it, we can make our photo more bright. As you can see, by going to left we can make it more dark. And to go back to auto exposure compensation, we have to slide again to the center to 0 parameter. Now let's move to the next one option. Here we have AF from autofocus. By using another slider we can change it to MF to manual focus. And as you can see, this is how it works. We can adjust our focusing as we need to our objects. And of course there's no problem to go back to autofocus. We have to now simply tap on a letter button from the right. And let's move to the center to next one parameter, white balance. So we can manage the temperature of our picture in Kelvin degrees, and this is kind of balance between warm and cold tones of our photo. So by going to left we can make our picture more cold, more blue. By going to right we can make it more warm, more orange. To go back to auto white balance we have to tap again on a letter button from the right. The next one option here we can adjust is shutter speed, so the time of taking photo. We can make it shorter from 1 1/8,000 of a second, and this should be better to objects, for example in move with a good light, to frozen them at the picture. When we slide to right we can make our time longer. The longest here is 32 seconds, and it definitely should be better to objects that are stable or if we want to have some blur at our picture. And of course, to go back to auto shutter speed we have to tap on a letter button from the right. Let's move to the last one parameter here, ISO, so we can manage camera sensitivity to light. We can make it less sensitive from 100 and more sensitive to 6 and 4000. So I think this spectrum is really wide, like this type of camera, and this is really pro thing here. To go back to auto ISO, of course, let's tap again on this button from the right with a letter. I want to show you also that when we move up and pick button with I letter, we can open some short tutorial and read about all of these features, so I guess you can learn from it in your own language, for example. And now let me adjust all of these parameters to take a photo. So let's stay on ISO here, for example. The shutter speed maybe here, and the white balance a little bit warmer, and focusing, and this let's stay on auto. To see my photo let's go to left to the button that follows us straight to the gallery, and this is how it looks like. Of course it's not perfect. I suggest you to making experiments with all of these settings and just have a good fun. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.